I think where ACS has helped me is identifying people that have the competencies and the commitment. And so what's really important is not just the competencies, but the commitment for me is critically important. I can train a person that does not have the competency. So what I really need help with is finding the person that has the commitment part filled up. And so the Hogan assessment and some of the other things that Eric and his team does helps me fill that void. Um, in a time when ethical leadership is critical, I don't think I could do it without the help of ATS in identifying those people who have the qualities, the attributes that I'm looking for to fill a void. So that's really important to me. And then equally important is finding people, a diverse cadre of people that can help fulfill the leadership void. I learned also some time ago that when you have a diverse team, you have an opportunity to be more successful because you have diverse ideas to meet the needs of a diverse community. So it's important to consider that element, and I think ACS does a really good job at identifying candidates in a cadre of diversity and ethical leadership. I think one of the most important aspects of the process that ACS uses is constant interaction, constant feedback, always touching bases with me to find out if what they're doing is actually meeting my needs. So often what you get is a product at the end of the process and says, hey, I got what you asked for. And essentially sometimes I really don't know everything there is about what I want. So the constant interaction and the constant feedback is very, very helpful for me, um, because at the end of the day, I get what I really needed, not necessarily what I wanted. I get what I need. If you're really serious about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that's not just a buzzword for you, then you need to have a firm that is serious about those attributes as well. And ACS does that with intentionality. They seek out and find qualified candidates across the spectrum, right? They go out and look for people who have the ethical, the competencies, the all the attributes that you're looking for that's representative of the community that you serve. So if you're serious about that, then I would say you probably need to get a firm that has that as one of their priorities. I can't think of another firm that I've used in the past that has espoused the idea that diversity, equity, and inclusion are one of the important factors in recruitment for their organization. So ATS not only promotes that, but they come in when they have a conversation with you and say, hey, this is important for me. Another area that ACS has been really, really helpful for me is when I started the strategic planning process here at the Capital Region Airport Commission. I asked ACS if they had done that kind of work before, and of course his response was yes, we've done that work before. So it was really important that I got a good understanding of the assets I had at the time. So um, the ACS was really helpful in determining uh, the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, um, and the threats that were apparent within my capital, my human capital. So that was a critical step, assessing the present state of my organization before we even thought about planning for the future. So the process that he goes through uh, involves ascertaining uh, from individuals on a one-on-one interview, what those strengths are, what those threats are, what those opportunities are, what those weaknesses are. What that does for me is it enables me to prepare a plan to mitigate some of those threats and those weaknesses, and then to also accentuate some of those opportunities and some of those strengths, development plans that help people uh, become more confident contributors to the organization. And then on the flip side is provide an opportunity for those who don't necessarily align with the values of the organization, an opportunity to exit the organization with dignity.